Live. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Testing, testing, test ickles, test ickles. Welcome everyone to episode 701 of the Daily Mother. Whoa, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Nipplecast, and double beard cast. Amazing beard cast. In the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex. Our biceps. Welcome to episode 700 and Shuno on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, Twitch. Thank you for joining me on all platforms. Welcome to the Game Train. Welcome to Pumptown. Welcome to Boston, Mass. Welcome to Swole Lake City, Gluta. Welcome. Fuck your ugly dogs and your ugly babies. Let's get on with fitness. Fuck all that shit. Let's get some anger tonight, huh? I know a lot of you are like, oh, naughty words, mommy. Well, you shouldn't have your kids watching the Daily Swole with you. You should know better than that. Oh, my goodness. Fuck your couch, too. All your furniture, the siding on your house, the color of your blinds, all that shit. What's up, Papa Swole? What's up, Dale on Twitch? What's up, fam? Let me say hi to everyone that's joining in now. I'm just messing with you. It's okay. I wouldn't recommend having kids watch the show anyway. Play some angry ass music to go along with it. I could. You know what the thing is? You start playing music on live broadcasts and then you start getting blocked. You start getting blocked for copyright because all the YouTube and Facebook, they have, their bots and their systems automatically scan and pick up on that stuff. So no joke, like literally no joke. It'll block a live broadcast if you're playing things that are copyright music. There's probably ways to get around it, but I should. Once I get a little bit more technologically advanced or skilled, or I have someone in the back like Howard Stern, like pushing buttons, I could do live broadcasts with like sounds coming in. I'm just not there yet. We don't need it. I'll just grunt more. There you go. Sound effects. What's up? Sup, Senor Swoley? What's up, Juan Flexico on Twitch? What's up, fam? Genevieve, I got some sad family news today. I've made some gains anyway. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't like sad news. What's up, YouTube? Dom, Brian Grinder. What's up, fam? So today's episode, a couple things that I went through. I don't know why I have note cards here. This is not for the show. I just write. I don't know how you guys take notes. I mean, some of you probably do Notepad like in your phone, but I like to write things down. So I have like a notebook here, and I usually just use note cards and I'll write down ideas that I have. So I was actually just moving those out of the way, but I had some notes and some things that I want to go over, some things that I did today that I'm proud of. I want to get you up to speed on what's going down and have a topic. I have a topic for you. And, just to let you all know that I will be going live. There's something I do want to bring to the attention. I'll be going live in my premium group. For those of you that are Swolenormous X members, I'm going to be going live after the show because I have a couple things I want to lay down. I want to let you all know so I can start getting the ball rolling for that because I want to ramp that up. And I'll let you all know pretty much there's a new podcast I'm looking to launch this week as soon as possible. It's going to be really cool. And it's going to be a little bit of a different flow than the daily, which I'm super stoked about. I'm super excited about. So very exciting stuff. And I'll be giving the private fam a little more details on that in Swolenormous X, in Swolenormous Premium in the Facebook group in a few moments after this Daily Swole. So I'll be talking more about that. But big things coming. I don't know why I flex when I do that. Big things coming. I had a great back workout today. I filmed another virtual trainer, so I'm on a roll with that. So I just launched a total upper body virtual trainer. I did a chest virtual trainer yesterday, and I did a back virtual trainer today with deadlifts. So starting to really overload, really throw down some compound movements, some more strength. And this is like what you're going to see, those of you, and I'll talk more about this in the private Facebook cast after this, but a lot of the content and the workshops, and it's going to be leaning towards manipulating the program and customizing the program and adding additional aspects to your program. So that's going to be super exciting. And I'm going to explain how that's going to go down and how that's going to look. So super stoked. I'm super amped, and I'm really excited for what I'm going to be bringing on all these channels, because it's going to be something that everyone's going to benefit from. Of course, I do a lot of these announcements with my private community, with the members, because this specifically plays to them, but you're all going to know about it. you're all going to know about and be able to benefit from it. So it's going to be a great way for you to get in touch with a lot of people that have similar starting points like you, that reflect off you. Because one of the things that I find with myself and with all of you that are talking to me and asking me questions, and the reason why this community is so strong and why it's so successful is that you see yourself, your reflection in other people, right? You see your reflection in other people. You see the struggles that other people go through. You can relate. Okay. And one of the things that I try to do is I try to be relatable. That's why I do so many phone calls. That's why I do so many Q&As. That's why I really show you the harder side, the real side, the legit side, the challenging side of fitness, of exercise, of nutrition. It's not fucking unicorns and rainbows. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of frustration. It's a lot of failure. It's a lot of shit that just goes sideways. There's a lot of stuff that isn't romantic. It's not pretty. It's not enjoyable. You just have to fucking do it. So there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that stuff with fitness, and I want to reflect that. I try to show that all the time. And one of the reasons why I try to give so much of that is because you can relate to it, and it'll help you cement your journey and cement your vision and help you be successful. So that's why I try to give so much authenticity and try to be so legitimate when it comes to the realities of fitness. Why everyone says my show and my channel and my pages and my company, Swolenormous, is fitness without the bullshit. And it really is. It will always be without the bullshit. It will always be the truth. It will always be the reality as best as I can provide it to you. So that's why you don't get a lot of the fluff. That's why I'm not pushing supplements down your throat. That's why I'm not pushing pipe dreams and fucking quick fixes. That's why every single topic here ranges from nutrition to fitness to the mind game and what fucking goes on up here, why this is broken. Because if the brain is broken, everything is going to be broken. And float some biceps if you agree with me. If you agree with the importance of the head game, I don't care where you're watching. If you're on Twitch, float some biceps. If you're on Instagram, float some biceps. If you're on Facebook, float some biceps. If you're on YouTube, float some biceps. Everyone just flex it out. And you can flex on your own. I can't see you, but float some biceps in the comments, especially if you're on Twitch. I want to see those comments popping up because it shows up right over my face, like beep, 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 biceps pumping. Mike Robles, Hillary. Yes, I see the biceps coming in. I'm just getting so fucking amped. This is so cool. It's so cool. It's crazy because from my angle, I'm looking at my face literally 6 times. There's 6 images of my face, so it's hard not to get distracted. There's just beard and glasses. I feel like I'm talking to myself because I'm watching, making sure everything's streaming properly. It's kind of interesting. So a lot of biceps are coming through. Sweet. Thank you, Dale, on Twitch. Thanks for flowing some buys. And remember, anyone that's not following me on Twitch, a lot of this stuff, especially with the new podcast, the new live cast, is going to be done primarily through Twitch. So make sure you're following me there already and turn your notifications on because the quality is awesome. It comes through super crisp. The audio is fucking on point, and there's a lot of things that are going to be going down there that I can stream extremely easily. And I'm looking forward to it. So just make sure you're following me on all these places and you won't have any issues accessing any of the content. Juan, thanks for the biceps. Jessica, James Jackson, Josh Usher on Facebook, Jeremy, Stan, Justin, thank you. I love the buys. Yeah, don't try to get by. You might get trapped and dealt with. Right? Don't try to get by or you might get trapped and dealt with. You ever hear that one? Yeah, James, Twitch. It's a streaming platform. And it's awesome. It's fucking awesome. I mean, I literally have so many things I want to talk about. I want to tell you all the stuff behind the scenes, but I can't. I have to keep my mouth shut. I have to keep my mouth shut because I don't want to announce it until it's like underway and it's like, it's really happening. And I don't want to tell you something that, I don't want to tell you something too early. They get so excited and then you have to wait, but really, really have, some amazing things, like some next level and next generation things coming. And the content that I'm putting out is going to be very, very in depth, especially for those of you that are Swolenormous X members and those of you that are following any platform. You're going to see a lot of training content and a lot of just a huge push on all platforms, YouTube and stuff. You guys notice that you're seeing a lot of different things. So I'm really loosening the reins a little bit on what I'm putting out and where I'm putting it, but I'm going to be a little bit more open about it and turning the faucet on a little bit more, especially with uploads to my private communities. Those of you, and like I said, I'm going to go live in the private Facebook group after this just to break down a little bit more what the members can can expect. So today's episode, the reason why I started off with some rage and the reason why I'm excited and the reason why I'm pumped up and the reason why, I just want to get some point across because it's Saturday night. And those of you that are watching on a Saturday night, you're the dedicated, maybe your parents and you're just fucking in for the night, or maybe you're about to go out, whatever it is. But Saturday is kind of like that lull where we're about to get into the next week. And those you're going to get back on your routine. And the weekend is kind of like one of those kind of like leaning punch out, kind of like one foot out the door. You're not really taking it seriously. The focus. How about this? The focus of your approach to fitness, your approach to training. You have some kind of program, whatever you're doing. Now, this is independent. This is independent of whether you're a Swolenormous X member or you're just a member of the community. You watch the show, like you have some kind of program or some kind of thing you're doing, right? You have some kind of pattern. So we'll call a program a pattern. Like you have, okay, I go to the gym 5 days a week. I go to the gym 4 days a week. Whatever you do, you have some kind of routine or something that you do, right? You have some routine that you do. So that being said, you have some system in place, something that you do, something that maybe has been working or hasn't been working. Now, when you listen to stuff that I put out, when you listen to content that I put out, if you join my private community, if you join my programs, or if you just take the information that I drop for free all over the place, like a freaking fitness bukkake, like I just drop loads everywhere when it comes to fitness. I'm just everywhere with fitness, dropping knowledge on every platform that I fucking possibly can. I should be streaming on Twitter. I'm going to fucking get Twitter up too. We're going to do like a quintuple cast. It's going to get stupid. But the interesting thing that I notice is a lot of you are expecting results doing the same shit. Now, you've heard the phrase, right? You've heard the phrase that insanity, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Float some hearts, float some biceps. You've heard that phrase before, right? The definition of insanity. Now, this is not necessarily the definition, but this is like a classic cliche thing. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So that relating to your fitness and to your training, expecting different results from doing the same workouts, the same nutrition, the same shit over and over and over and over and over again, and expecting to lose more weight magically, expecting to build more muscle magically. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? You're doing the same shit over and over and over again. You're doing the same fucking shit over and over again, and you're expecting a different result. Like, it's simply not going to happen. It's simply not going to happen. If you do one thing, you do A, and you do certain things a certain way, your body is going to adapt to that. Okay, your body is going to adapt to that. Fine. It's called adaptation. That's what your body does. It's called evolution. That's how we've survived. That's how we've developed. That's why human beings are still on Earth. Now, in order to spurn a new adaptation, if you want to get bigger, if you want to get leaner, if you want to get more endurance, if you want to do whatever the fuck you want to do, you want to get better at horseback riding, you have to push it further. You have to practice more. You have to make it more challenging. You have to increase the weights. You have to increase the volume. You have to decrease the rest time between sets. You have to increase the frequency of your training, change the exercises up, like whatever it is, you have to do something, right? To add overload because your body will adapt to what you're doing here. So now you have to do this in order to grow and to go up the steps. It's only adaptation. Your body only lives in adaptation. Your body is all about adaptation. That's all there is. All there is adaptation. That's the only thing your body is here for, is to adapt to the stress that you put on it. So when you have a stress, your body is going to defend itself at first, right? A new workout, you feel really fucking sore. You're banged up. Oh my God, your body is under stress. It's banged up. After you expose it to that type of stress over and over again over the course of weeks, months, and so forth, your body adapts to handle that stress better because it doesn't want to be banged up and injured and hurt all the time. So it gets better at handling it. And maybe that means building muscle. Maybe that means having more endurance, increasing mitochondrial density. Maybe that is increasing flexibility and mobility. So you're getting more mobile. Okay. So whatever the adaptation is, it's based on the stress you're putting on it. So those of you that are joining my private community, those of you that have joined Swolenormous X and started my program, those of you that are listening to what I'm talking about every day and messaging me about trying to implement some of these things that I'm discussing, I get a lot of messages about how come I talk about yoga so much? How come I talk about this so much? How come there's so much mobility content? How come there's so much a focus on yoga? Okay. Rather than just fucking lifting shit until your eyes pop out of your skull. And that's one of the interesting concepts, especially from guys who want to get big, right? Who want to get big or build muscle, is this absolute blindness, this absolute mental retardation, if you will, to stepping outside your brain box and realizing that what you're doing now isn't getting you the results you want. So, what do you need to do? You need to do other things in order to get results. If you're always just lifting, 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 you're going to hit a wall, you're going to get injured. Obviously, it's not working for you. So, you need to add different components. Now, the reason why I created a private community, the reason why I have all my programs, the reason why I have my membership group, like the reason why it's that private family is because I'm always adding content so that you can more or less learn how your body works best, but emulate my style of training because I know what has gotten me results. I know what has been successful for myself and for my clients over the decades that I've been fucking training. So I put it all in one location, all the trainings. And those of you that are in Swolenormous X, you know, those virtual trainings are those hypertrophy workouts, right? That's like the kind of shit that you do after you go through the 90-day dash. After you go through the program, you step it up. You step it up. You start training more and more like a bodybuilder if you want to keep on growing, or you do more endurance, but you learn over the course of the 3 months and then you customize your routine more. And that's something else I'm going to talk about in premium after this broadcast. I want to explain a little bit of what you can expect that's coming up in the group, but you have to do different things. If you think it's possible to do too much yoga, you're not doing enough yoga. Like, it's all relative. Is it possible to be too happy? Are you too bearded? Is your hair too long? Do you have too much endurance? Are you too happy? Are you too tall? It's fucking subjective. It doesn't mean anything. But to be prejudiced against a style of training or against an approach that you've never fucking done for results that you don't have with what you're currently doing, it's absolutely mind-blowing. So you have a fitness expert, myself, and yes, I am a fitness expert because I have done the education, I've done the certifications, I've taught trainers, I've done this my entire career. Are there things I don't know? Of course. No one knows everything. But what I do know is you're not going to get fucking results by doing the same shit, especially if you haven't gotten them thus far. So if you're doing A and B and you're not getting results, you have to do something different. And I'm sitting here telling you that I wish I started doing yoga and mobility and this type of training from the fucking beginning. From the fucking beginning. If I have any regrets, it's not doing mobility shit from the start of my fitness because I would have had even more results. And those of you that are in the private community that have embraced the yoga and the mobility training, you know very well how effective it is and how it changes your pain. It changes your resistance points with your strength training, which with your movement, which improves your form, which improves your strength, which improves your results, which decreases your discomfort, which improves your life overall. Like, it's a complete circle pyramid. Everything is, everything takes from itself. Like, it's just one, it's a fucking rope and it's all intertwined and they're all related. Right. And the strength of a rope is all the different threads wrapped together. Each one makes it stronger. Agreed? So the reason why this episode is titled "You're Being a Little Bitch" is chances are you are being a little bitch if you're resisting doing something different. Because the fact of the matter is, if you don't have what you want, it's because you're not doing what it takes to get what you want, which means you need to change what you're doing to get what you want, which means you have to do something different. And it's so fucking obvious. It's so cut and dry. It's so black and white. It's so generic. It's so basic. However, it's so hard to do because you're breaking a pattern, and human beings like pattern because your body likes adaptation. It likes routine. It doesn't want to change. Very few people thrive on chaos and doing random shit. Not a lot of people can just live out of a suitcase and travel and have a different situation every day. But at the same time, if you do that and you travel a lot, you get used to that. Like you adapt to chaos. You'll adapt to your situation, whether it's a good situation or a bad situation, having a lot of money, having a little money, having a brand new car, having an old car. Like you just adapt. You get used to your life. You get used to your routine. You get used to your habits. You get used to your stresses. You get used to, all these different things. You get used to it and you get complacent. You get complacent and you lose perspective. You lose perspective on what you're doing. You lose perspective on what it takes. You lose perspective on how you have to shake shit up to make a different outcome. Now, if you're not happy with what you're doing and you're not getting the results you want, it's time to think about what you need to do to change in order to get what you want. That could be with fitness. That could be with business. That could be with career, with relationships. You need to change your actions, right? You need to change in terms of fitness. You need to change the stress. You need to change the type of exercise. You need to change fucking who cares? Like the time of day you change, like the order of the exercise, all these acute variables, maybe the volume, the resistance, the style. Maybe you need to go back to the drawing board completely. But the reason why, like my programming from the outside seems so different, it's because it is different. But it's the proper approach. It's the safe approach. It's the right approach. It's the approach that I put people through successfully. It's the approach that I wish that I did when I started. I had to go back and clean up a mess, with tight muscles and imbalances, and you're still working through that. You have to approach your fitness differently. You have to be open-minded to change things, because if you're not going to get a different result. You're going to be that insane person that keeps on doing the same old fucking shit and thinking that they're going to get a different result. Like all of a sudden, one day you're going to wake up from doing the same fucking thing over and over again. And all of a sudden you're going to look differently and your arms are going to look different and your legs are going to look different. Oh shit. All of a sudden I'm bigger. No, not unless you eat more, not unless you train harder, not unless you sleep better, not unless you have better form, not unless you do more mobility, not unless you do more yoga, not unless you do more supersets, like whatever it is, you're not going to have anything different. It's not going to change. Like it literally will not change. It won't change unless you change. You have to be the one that you have to be the agent of change. You're the one that has to change these things. Otherwise, they won't change. It just won't happen. You have to be the one that changes it. And that's as simple as it can get. You have to be the one that changes it. So if you're stuck in a rut and you're not changing things and you're just doing and spinning your fucking wheels, you are being a little bitch. You're being a little bitch. And I can say that with full confidence, with full force, and in your face. You are being a little bitch. Face, face, face. You're being a little B or big B, but you're being one. Now you can change what you're doing. If you're not happy with what you're doing, if you're not happy with what you got, if you're not happy with where you are, if you're not happy with the output and the outcome, it could be you're being impatient. You might just have to suck it up, but that's what I'm here for. I can help guide you through that. That's why I'm helping people through these plateaus. Are they really plateaus? Are they really just, maybe adaptation points where you just have to be patient and bust through? There's always these points where you're going to feel like quitting. Now, every time you feel like quitting, that's what your body wants to do. That's what nature wants to do. That's what your body wants to do. It wants you to quit. Your body, everything wants you to quit. Your body doesn't want to change. It doesn't want to lose fat. It doesn't want to build muscle. It doesn't want to do any of those things. It wants to fucking go to sleep and do nothing. It wants to maintain. It's work for your body to metabolize and get rid of fat. It's work for your body to build muscle. Like if I told you, hey, you want to go build a house today? You're like, fuck no. That's the way your body feels like when you tell it to build muscle. But if you don't have anywhere to live and you have all the tools, it's like, fuck, we got to build this house. You're put in a situation where you have to build a house so you have shelter. Now, that's what your body does. You have to force your body to build a house. You have to force your body to build biceps. You have to force your body to build glutes, to build hamstrings or quads. Like that's how it works. But you have to put your body into that situation. If you're not putting your body into that situation, if you're not backing that cat into the corner, it's not going to happen. You have to force your body to grow. Force your body to grow. Force your body to lose. And if you think that happens quickly, you're out of your fucking mind. Out of your fucking mind if you think it happens quickly. It's going to take months. It's going to take years. However, however, yeah, keep doing it. Keep doing it, Bobby. Keep doing it. Sean Gray on Facebook. I feel weak mentally. I need help. Damn straight. Suck it up and fucking do it. If you feel weak mentally, you're even more weak than you could ever realize mentally, but you can switch it on a dime, bro. You could switch that on a dime. You could switch that shit on a fucking dime. God, I'm excited. God, I'm amped. Let's take some questions. If you guys got questions, drop them down. I'm just going to cool off a little bit. I'm excited. I'm excited because of the content I want to bring. I'm excited of the setup that I have now here with the streaming. I'm excited of the idea that I have. I'm excited to bring all of you a ton more value in the community and in the larger community. Like there's stuff that I have in my brain and I'm literally just filling up pages and pages. Like I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping well because I can't stop writing ideas down. It's great. It's great. Like the faucet's on. So it's just a matter of production. So those of you that are a part of this right now that are here, you are on the cusp. You are here at the cusp of all the stuff that I am throwing down. You're at the cusp of all of this. And especially those of you that are members of Swolenormous X, like you are in like Flynn. Like there's a lot of great shit coming. Like if you think I've already put stuff down, that was just the framework. That was just the framework. So I have like all the programs, all the shit that's in X. Cool. The framework's set. Now it's content Pumpelstiltskin. Like there's just so much stuff coming. I'm really amped to share with all of you. Steven, about to crush chest and tries. Thanks for the motivation to change. Hell yeah. Don't be afraid to change. What's the worst thing that can happen? You go back. Like you don't lose anything. You don't lose anything. What, a little time? You have time. Are you in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s? You only have 30 or 50 more years. You got just a little bit of time left. Everyone says, oh, life is short. No, it's fucking long, especially if you use it properly. Fucking use it. Use the time. Time is your asset. Time is your asset to test things out. You have to try things. You got to test shit out. Official Jonathan Cruz. Is it possible to do most of the 90-day dash program at home? It's possible to do the entire thing at home. Absolutely. Absolutely. All my shit is designed to be done in the gym or at home. Maybe you might like if one demonstration is like with a crossover machine, you can swap that out for like dumbbell flies or using bands at home or a push-up or with push-up sliders. Like you can swap out, you can swap things in and out. A lot of you float some hearts or biceps if you're part of Swolenormous X and you do it all at home. A lot of people do it at home. Yeah, it's great at home. I keep that in mind because a lot of people aren't able to make it to the gym. So if you can make it so it could be done at home, then you could do it in a gym and you could just take it up a notch or do things differently. Because sometimes gyms just have equipment and the volume that people just don't have at home. Like you're not going to have a massive piece of equipment at home. You might have free weights, which is more than enough. Dennis Dale, you make it so simple. Love this program. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate it, bro. Jessica Holsky. Hey, Sean, read a book about how to be mentally stronger. Whenever I need to get stronger, I read books, sometimes more than one book in the same subject. The mental stuff is hard. Like meditation is great. I'm a huge fan. I do it daily. It's just really important to get on a habit and realize that what you're doing today does map to your future. Like, what do you want to be? Where do you want to be in the future with yourself, with your fitness, with your mental health? Like, where do you want to be? And then it's just so easy to change the brain game. It's hard, but it's easy. Like it's all up here. It's up here. Dom Dawson, I just changed my program to a push, pull, legs off, split, and then repeat. Well, how's that going for you, Dom, on YouTube? Dale's dropping some more biceps on Twitch. Let's see. So what you're saying, like on chest day, on chest day, one time flat bench, then the next incline, you can. That's a simple change. You can do that. You can do chest. You can do a flat one day, and the next time you can do incline. I mean, that's fine. That's a basic change. Sure, you can do that. I'm also saying that you don't want to change too often. You got to give your body time to adapt. So what usually is the case is that people are just impatient. They change things every fucking workout. That's the problem with CrossFit. You can't adapt to anything. It's just random shit. So unless you're periodizing and you're focusing your body on a program for several weeks at a time, your body's going to have a tough time adapting to different stresses, especially if it's just like coming at him, like, just balls in your face coming from every direction. You can't adapt to one ball sack. Like you want to adapt to one ball sack. You want to master one ball sack. And then you could deal with the other sack that's in your face. Like, don't deal with 7 sacks. Like, no, that's famous fables. That's the Swolio fables, the tale of 7 sacks. You do not want to go there. That's a lesson. That's a lesson. Or maybe it was like an Indian folklore, one of those Aesop's fables, the tale of 7 sacks. I forget. I forget the details. What are your thoughts on sumo deadlifts? They're okay. I don't like sumo deadlifts. I like deadlifts. I like conventional. I did them today. I love them. Sumo deadlifts, I mean, they're easier. Sumo deadlifts are easier. Why do you think people do them? Because you're lifting it shorter distance. People can lift more weight. You're able to stay a little bit more upright. It might be a little more less pressure on your lower back. They're easier to do, in my opinion, because you're stronger, because it's easier to go with a wider stance. Nothing wrong with them. I don't do them personally, but they're fine. But when you see someone that does like, whoa, 500-pound sumo, they're doing like 300 conventional. A lot of cases. It's probably an exaggeration, but sumo is I don't want to, I'm not knocking it. I just see I see everyone right on fucking Instagram and shit doing sumo deadlifts. Like what happened to conventional? What happened to what happened to real deadlifts? What happened to conventional deadlifts? I think just people don't have good form and they just can't do it properly. So they go to sumo. I don't know. I almost feel like it's a cop out, but they're legit. I mean, it's just it's just different variation. I honestly don't think that you should do sumo and not do conventional. I think if anything, you should do both and you can be proficient at both and mix them up. And that could be some variety there. I do not think you should just only do sumo. Some people just really get into a routine where you only do one thing. And that I don't like. There's nothing wrong with sumo. I'm not going to be here and be like, it's bad for you. You should never do them. They're fine. It's a different stress. What do you think about supersetting? I love it. Dom Dawson, I don't know yet. I'm starting Monday and just finish up my 5-day split. Okay, well, that's what you do, fam. Like, right? Dom on YouTube is trying something different. Just change my program. Cool. So then try that for a few weeks and then you'll see how you like it. And then you'll change it from there. Sumo in comparison to Romanian, two completely different exercises with completely different purposes. There's no comparison. Sumo is for glutes, that's from the ground. A Romanian deadlift is a stiff leg deadlift for hamstrings and the hip hinge. So completely different. You're comparing like apples and grass-fed beef there. Well, maybe not that extreme, but those are very different. You can't really compare the two. I guess you can, but I'm not going to bother. It's just too different. I'm in the Twitch. Yeah, you're in the Twitch. Jaj, you're in the Twitch. Got a lot of people on Twitch. Twitch is beating YouTube. Welcome, Twitch peeps. I love it. I love it. How do I get those beard gains? You throw out all the razors in your house. And that's it. And you drink pine tar every day. No, okay, don't drink pine tar. Everyone's like, how'd you grow that beard? I don't shave. I don't shave. It's genetics, believe it or not. And yeah, of course, I'll straighten it or I'll groom it and I'll put oil in it. Yeah, so it doesn't look like a fucking bird's nest. But it's not like it's not like I do rain dances or beard dances and I, slit the throats of chickens and shit to grow a beard. There's nothing magical. I just don't shave. I'm just fortunate to have the genetics that have, I have long hair and I have a beard. And yeah, I mean, that's my parents there. I can't say I do anything. I mean, I do have a lot of bone broth and collagen and stuff for healthy nails and beard and skin, hair and skin and all that stuff. But I mean, I had this before I was doing all that. I was wondering if you straighten it because mine's a fucking bush. Of course. Of course. I wake up and it's fucking everywhere. You see me when it's up sometimes. You get a little, everyone's like, oh, you straighten your beard? Well, everyone straightens shit. You brush your hair, you comb your hair, you put gel in your fucking hair, but you're not going to straighten your beard. Yeah, get one of those little 1/2-inch straighteners. You put a little like beard oil in first and then you straighten it. It's awesome. Otherwise, I mean, this has changed my freaking beard life. Mine's a mess. Mine's a mess. You look like a lion. You should see my hair down. I look like a freaking wild lion. Yeah. Should I do some beard grooming videos and tutorials? I feel like there's enough of them on there, but maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll just start adding some of that content. You guys can watch me comb my beard. Just switched over to Twitch. How you liking it? How's everyone liking Twitch? I feel like I feel like Twitch is like we're siphoning people over. The quality's better. Whenever I watch the replay, the quality is better. The sound, just because of the streaming, I feel like it's better on Twitch because it goes directly streaming to Twitch. Everything else is like through Facebook and Facebook's network or YouTube's network. Twitch is like a direct stream. It's a link straight from my computer right to Twitch. with the streaming service. So I feel like Twitch is just better audio. Actually, my audio recorder crashed yesterday's episode. So I used the video from Twitch and I ripped the audio and it sounds great. So if you haven't checked me out on Twitch yet, twitch.tv/Swolenormous, and lots of content coming over there as well. I don't have any issues with YouTube. Cool. I mean, that's why I do it on YouTube as well. Better for sure on Twitch. First time. Sweet. First time, long time. I mean, if you like it on YouTube, that's fine. If you like it on Facebook, that's fine. I mean, that's why I do it on all of them. That way you can, whichever platform you like. Because some people that watch that like YouTube hate using Facebook, or people on Instagram hate using Facebook, or people that are on Twitch hate using everything else. And okay, so I do it on all of them. Some of you hate to watch me and look at my face. So you can listen on SoundCloud or Apple Podcasts, and you can listen to the podcast or whatever. So you can catch this everywhere. I just make it available everywhere. And I just love I love the community here, and I love the interaction. And that's where actually I'm taking this when I was discussing the next slew of content and the next level that I'm going with all this. It's going to be a ton more content. It's going to be a lot of stuff. And I might even be able to get this also on, no guarantees, I might be able to also stream it on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. But for sure, I believe Twitch, I'll be able to do that. So I'm looking forward to the new content. Love the nutrition information. Thanks, Stan. Are you going to do more nutrition on the premium? Yeah, well, there's a lot of nutrition on Swolenormous X. Are you a classic premium member, or have you upgraded to Swolenormous X? Because yes, there's going to be a lot of nutrition stuff. Like I said, I'm putting out creating the recipe book and the nutrition book that I'm putting together, which is going to take some, more time, but that's going to be released in X for X members. But yeah, I mean, Facebook is great for the live broadcasts and for the live Q&As and things like that, which are also possible on X, but it'll be limited to YouTube, and it's gonna get it'll get a little strange. But that's just some technical stuff. But yeah, that's why we have the Facebook group too. You upgraded. Yeah. So I mean, all right. So if you're talking about premium, yeah, in the Facebook group, but also in the workshop section in Swolenormous X. So yes, absolutely. There's gonna be more of everything, everyone, especially those of you that are in the private community. Yeah, there's gonna be more of everything. Like, absolutely. That's what I'm talking about right now. So actually, if you're in the private group, Stan, you're Swole X, cool. But if you're also in the Facebook group too, then so I'm gonna be going live in a few minutes after this, and to break down a little more updates and let you guys know what's coming. And how much sleep would you how much sleep would you recommend to feel 100% for the gym? That depends. Everyone's different. I mean, usually, about 6, 7, 8 hours. Everyone's different. Some people need more, some people need less. I'm not really consistent with my sleep because sometimes I just have to be up doing work. So, I mean, you have to feel out what's best for you. What's your thought on the keto parade? The fuck is a keto parade? Is that like a new thing? You have to specify that. Maybe keto parade is like a new thing. Are people like marching for keto? Sheesh, 8 hours, lazy bum. Me? I don't sleep for 8 hours. I don't sleep for 8 hours. Lazy bum, you mean a functioning human being? You're supposed to sleep. Just because sometimes I sleep for 4 or 5 hours doesn't mean that's good. It's not good. You start feeling it and you start performing worse. Started doing the beginner yoga in X. Is Swolga just more advanced? No, Swolga is part of the 90-day dash program. The additional yoga classes are additional content. They're usually longer. The Swolga in the 90-day dash, like in the 90-day dash video section, are like 20, 25-minute yoga classes where it can get your feet wet. You can learn some stuff. You can also double up on those and watch them twice. They're convenient for time constraints, but the separate yoga classes section are 60-minute flows. So they're full flows, and they get more advanced in those as well. So there's everything. Like that's why there's different levels. 6 hours max. Stop being a girly man. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. I'll be there. Sweet. Love the shit you're doing. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it, bro. Lots of nutrition in the archives. Hell yeah. Actually, and also too, yeah, if you just joined Swolenormous X and you got into the private Facebook group, make sure you click on the pin post at the top, because you'll see all the archived content. Like, there's stuff from the last 2 years, tons of stuff, because the Facebook group is where everyone was before Swolenormous X launched. So those of you that are joining, you get access to both, but there's tons of content in the Facebook group. I'm not going to delete it. Like, it's there. You have to go through the archives, but if you click on the link and the breakdown in the post description, like the pinned post at the top, it'll take you to the table of contents where you can access all that stuff. So that's super cool. Let's see. Chimera coffee keeps me going on 14-hour shift. Work days after it gets rough, Chimera coffee. Okay, I don't know what that is, but sweet. I mean, coffee, I love coffee. Papa Swole loves coffee. Can I still join Facebook group if I have X? Absolutely. If you join Swolenormous X, you should in your first welcome email, you'll have a link to request access to the Facebook group. Absolutely. So when you request access to the Facebook group premium, you will get prompted to answer a question. Just put in your email that you use to sign up with Swolenormous X, and it'll get cross-checked. You'll get confirmed, and you get in there. So no problem. Absolutely. Just check your confirmation or send me a message. Or actually just go request access, because if you're a member of X, then just request access, answer the question when you're prompted, and put in your email, and I'll check it, cross-check it, and then I'll get you in there. And the reason why I cross-check is because, people's names are different everywhere. Like if you're on Instagram right now, it might not be your name on Facebook or your email address, and everyone has like 10 email addresses. It gets really weird because some of these platforms, it's like a screen name, some of it's your real name, and some of it's just like, ball slinger 25. And then you have like, oh, but my name's John Jacobs. It's like, okay, ball slinger. It's like, everyone's like, oh, we don't know. It's me. It's John. Well, I didn't know your nickname was ball slinger. Like, how am I supposed to know that? How am I supposed to know your name was ball slinger 25? Oh, I didn't. My crystal ball was broken at the time. On Twitch, Juan Flexico. I love that fucking name. I'm trying to gain 10 pounds, solid 10 pounds of muscle. Do you have plans for that? Yeah, it's taking out a lease on the next 6 months of your life and fucking working your ass off. Yes, I do have a plan for that. It's the same nutrition, it's the same training, but you're going to go more on the volume, and you're going to have to eat more food, and it's going to take time. Like, you're not going to gain, everyone, 10 pounds of solid muscle. What that means is you're going to have to put on fat too. You're not going to gain 10 pounds of lean, shredded muscle only. So you're going to gain probably 15, 20 pounds over the course. Like, it's a process. That's a lot of muscle, especially naturally. That's a lot of fucking muscle. That's no joke. That's no joke. So it's going to take time. Like, really, if you're doing everything perfect, you might be gaining 1 to 3 pounds of muscle a month. So it's going to take you at least 3 or 4 months to do it properly. And you're probably going to add some body fat too, because you're caloric surplus. But you still need to do the same things. And yeah, the great thing about Swolenormous X, because I know you're asking about it, is that the 90-day dash sets the great foundation, and the virtual training and the additional workouts that I'm adding are literally what I do personally in the gym, like my bodybuilding splits. And that's what is going to help you customize and help you take your training to the next level. So you're literally able to train with me. How many of you are loving that virtual trainer? It's awesome. I love it. Like, I'm taking it up a notch. That's getting serious. And I can't tell you the reason why, but even the stuff that I can't announce yet, it's going that direction. It's going to be, it's for real. Yes, Daniel, you got it, man. Yeah. Well, that's special for X for the yearly be available on Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah. That's still available. No worries, man. And especially if you're already a member, like if you sign up for that, just make sure you let me know your other accounts and stuff, and those will get absorbed and canceled. So yeah, that's by far the best offer. So yeah, it'll be available. And if for whatever reason it's not, which I have no plans, or there's no plans for that to change, just message me. I'll hook you up. Camden Hall, Pop, I love your content. Just recently started following. I wish I could join the X team, but have no money. It's all right, man. I mean, all the content I talk about in the daily, like all these episodes, it's all there. It's all there. Like, I literally lay it all out. For structuring and for learning so much. So like, I don't hide anything. I just go into more detail, and it's just more organized and structured, and the HD video, and it's just like the approach. I mean, that's all it is. It's just the private, it's literally the application of everything we talk about, which is what Swolenormous X is, with all the, the programs and the workouts and the full classes and stuff. Biceps. Gracias, Sensei. You're welcome. The gains are good on Twitch. Aren't they? Aren't they? I love it. I love it. I love how clear it is. I love how clear it is and how the sound is. So yeah, Papa Swolio is very generous. Sensei. Hey, Papa Swolio making a sick fucking gains. Hey. So yeah, I'm actually really excited to announce the next stuff I'm going to do. In terms of like how it's going to be executed, in terms of when it's going to stream, or how if I can have a set time every day, or a couple times a week, I'm going to let everyone know publicly. I'm going to let everyone know in the private group what I want to do and how I want to approach it to start. But I think it's going to be awesome. And it's going to give everyone a lot of insight. And it's going to be an additional, I want to make it, it's going to be a new podcast. It's going to be a new podcast. It's going to be a new approach. It's going to be same scene. I'll be in the room. I'll be in the room, but it's going to be a new approach to, for what I already do, give you a little more insight, give you a little bit more of a mirror reflection in the community, and give you more, help you all plug in more to each other. And I think really that's where I want to go a little bit deeper with this entire community, not just the private community, is I want all of you to see what I see. All of you see me, and then you're in a room by yourself watching me. So you hear me talking about it, makes sense. You see me making progress. You see me talking about it. Okay, a lot of you are putting what I teach, whether it's Swolenormous X, whether it's the public content, where there's all these things you're putting into practice, you're seeing great results, and that's awesome. That's awesome. But I want you all to plug in more with each other and realize that you are literally in the same boat as other people. You think you don't have time? Well, how many of you watching right now have 2, 3, or 4 kids or more and still work out every day? So when you say you don't have time or you're struggling to make it happen, um, what about this person that has a lot less time than you, has a lot more stress than you, or perceived stress, and still gets it done? So, like, if you like what really happens in this world and the real people that are getting results, the real shit that's going down, that I think has so much value. And because I do so many phone calls, because I plug in so much with the community, we're just going to take it to the next level. And I want to share that with everyone. I think it's going to be fucking awesome. And some of you might have an idea or a concept of what I'm talking about, but I'm going to go live in my premium group, and then we're going to get this set up, and I'm going to give all the details. If you want it bad enough, you'll find a way. I agree. Castro on Instagram. I agree. Pam Wolf, is your program too advanced for obese middle-aged women who hasn't exercised in decades, asking for a friend? LOL. No, it's not. I think actually my program might be the first program that's really, really extremely well developed for all levels. And that's why Swolenormous X is an entire platform, not just one single program. So it can be scaled for any level. It's perfect for absolute beginners. Like, it's literally perfect for someone who's never worked out before in their life. It's also very well designed for someone who's been lifting for 20 years. Let's say, myself. And the reason why I can tell you that I personally, if I were a member of Swolenormous X from the outside, if I wasn't Papa Swolio, I would be, and I look the same way and I had the same experience, I would benefit because I am literally putting my own workouts into Swolenormous X. So I'm literally posting with the virtual trainer. I'm literally posting what I'm doing with the audio. You could train literally with me in the gym. So it's literally what I'm doing. So I would use this. That's how good. Like, so I make it for all levels. I make it something, everything that I do, I make it something that I would want to be a part of. I don't put anything out that I would be like, if I was on the outside, oh, that's fucking bush league, or that's not legit. That's a fucking, or that's a scam, or that's a shitty workout, or that's half-assed. I don't do that stuff. I only put out stuff that I feel proud of to put out. And that's how I look at everything. Like, I make it, it's in my own image. It's something that I would want to be a part of. And that's what I think about when I do everything. Like, would I be up here being like, that's fucking shit? If someone asked me like, hey, what do you think about this on my show? I want to be able to be like, no, that's some solid shit. That's some solid stuff. Like, I want to be like that. I want to be giving myself a good review. So I have to make it worthy of that. Stan Maxwell, I have 2 kids, 3-year-old, a 6-year-old, single father, 50-50 shared parenting, full-time job and a part-time job. And I take it, Stan, that you're fucking grinding and you're working out. Do a whole podcast talking like a sensei style. Yeah. Should I just do voices? Hey, Papa Swoleo, teach fitness all day long. Hey, like Mr. Miyagi. Hey. How about a live workout with Q&A? Yeah, well, I mean, it would have to be in here. I can't stream like that in the gym. I've done that. I've done live Q&As and live workouts for a long time, and those were, um, and those were questionable. So live workout with Q&A isn't that effective because the Q&A defeats the purpose of a live workout. Because if you're working out, you're not answering questions. If you're answering questions, you're not working out. So one of the best things to do, is to make that's one of the reasons why I'm not always in front of a board and stuff like with a daily. Like it's either interact with all of you and answer your questions and check the stuff out and interact, or I'm doing a video where I'm doing my own thing and you're watching me. And one of the issues with the live show before when I was doing all this other stuff is like it was either looking at I had to choose. I had to choose. And I really, with the live show, I felt that it's much more important because all of you are watching me live for a reason. If you just wanted to hear what I said, you can watch later or listen to the podcast. You're here live and you are honoring me with your attention in the moment. Like if you're posting shit, I want to get to it. I want to see your questions. I want to answer your questions. I want to talk to you. I want to say hi to you. So like the live is the interaction. Otherwise, just fucking watch a movie, like watch a video I post and give it a thumbs up and share it. That's different. Like save some of that stuff for that. But there's different applications for it. You baited us. What does that mean? What does that mean, Kobe? You baited us. There's no baits. What are you talking about? Jacqueline Kappa. That's a name and a half. I'm not even gonna go with that. JVK. 3 kids, full-time student. Discovering your public content has been the push I needed to stop making excuses. 3 kids, full-time student, and you're still getting it done. Rock on. But yes, Dale on Twitch. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's coming. And honestly, some of that stuff is in the works. And I trust me, like some of the stuff that I'm working on that I haven't mentioned is going to be next level that a lot of you are going to be like, holy shit. Like I'm going generations ahead. I'm stepping ahead. We're going to crush this shit. We're going to crush it. When the time comes, can we post progression photos in the private? Absolutely. Absolutely. The private group is moderated. So, I mean, it's not free posting. You can post, but just so it doesn't get too noisy, not every post is able to get through. So it depends on what you're posting. But yeah, progress pics. There's also sections. There's also tables of contents that you can post in those sections and you can post freely. So sometimes if you post something in the private group, it might not make it up right away or at all. It depends on how many posts are up or coming through or what to focus on, because I never want that private group to turn into like one of those stupid fitness groups. Everyone just posts memes and it's just fucking useless. There's got to be interaction. There's got to be purpose and direction. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stuff with content. There's gonna be stuff with workouts and demonstrations and everything, especially for the private community. I mean, for everyone. I mean, I'm really just gonna keep on stepping it up. There's gonna be a lot of stuff coming. So stay tuned for all of that. But I'm about to go live in the premium group. So if you're a member of Swolenormous X already, stay tuned for that. I'm about to go live. You'll see it pop up and I'll wait a couple moments and then I'll let you all know in on what I want to do and what you can keep an eye out for. So until then, I will see everyone tomorrow. This is episode 701 tomorrow, 702. Be safe tonight. Have fun. Get yoked today, tomorrow, and every fucking day. And make sure you hit me up in the DMs. Check me out if you're interested in joining the private community, swolenormousx.com. And there's some links floating around, links in my YouTube post description, also on Facebook and my Instagram bio. If you haven't caught that free nutrition workshop, is a great place to get started. All right. So I go to Facebook for the next live in the private premium community. If you're already a member of Swolenormous X and you're in the premium group, you'll see it pop up as a notification. All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for episode 701 of the Daily Sleaze, the most muscular sleaze cast, nipple cast, bicep cast, gain cast, man cast, and swole cast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. Peace, McGee's fam. Deuce, Magoose. I'll see you all in Swolenormous X. Papa Swolio. Out. Later, guys. Peace. See you tomorrow. See ya, see ya, see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. I'm just kidding. I love you. I'm just kidding. I love you. Because you love the gains.